Hello and welcome to round 7 of the Season 3 Division 3 World Championship. As you can see in front of you, we are greeted by an absolutely torrential downpour. I'm not sure this is what we agreed on because the lobby's been remade and I think it was dry the first time. But they will have to do qualifying now in some atrocious conditions. So we'll have to see what the race will be like. Hopefully we see a bit more rain. A bit partial to rain myself. What about you, Hox? Instinct, you are joined with me. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Had wet qualifying yesterday as well. Didn't go so well for me, but others showed how fast they were. So I'm excited to see what these drivers can do in these conditions.
Yeah, and it gives us a chance to see maybe a little bit of a grid turned on its head. So we'll see a couple of drivers maybe that we weren't expecting to be higher up, sort of seizing the moment. Maybe those have done wet practice, or maybe those that are just a bit better in the wet. And we're seeing the first cars now coming out. So everyone's on full wet tires then. So as we see one of the McLarens going out first, that is Lord Volk. And we'll get a quick introduction as to how these conditions are. We'll have to see if he can keep it on the track and if he goes off anywhere, basically. So for a lot of these drivers, this will be the first time they've driven, I think, this season in the wet. I don't think we've had, I can't really recall a qualifying or a race that was in wet conditions um, or any kind of damp conditions.
Well, we in D4 had qualifying yesterday in wet, and I think in round 1 in Brazil there were a few wet sessions.
Yeah, so these guys are really going to have to be on their toes, and you can see Lord Volk is just kind of trying to keep it on track. Basically, he's not using all of that throttle. Just and a little bit of a slide there as he comes around the last corner. He will start his flying lap now, so we'll have to see what he can set, where he can push, where he can't, and we'll be seeing that as he comes around. I think, to be honest, I think the best strategy now, and he seems to be braking at all the right places. The best strategy now is just to stick in maybe 5 6 liters, laps of fuel, stick on the wet tires, and just keep going round and round and round until maybe you need to settle on the intermediates. So rather than doing 3 laps, coming in and then going back out and doing 3 laps, you're better off just putting a bit of fuel in. And he's coming around now. I mean, it's hard to sort of gauge his time because, to be honest, I don't really know what this is supposed to look like in the wet. But he seems to be doing all right job already, fairly on the limit, and not putting a toe wrong.
Elliot, can we get sector times in as well?
So coming around the last corner now. And here he comes across the line. It'll mean absolutely nothing to us, but he has set a 1:15 flat.
I think there's some time to gain still, maybe up to 4 seconds, depending on the conditions.
And the following drivers are actually remarkably close. So Massimo is only in third. I haven't seen it's been a while since I've seen Lord Volk qualify Massey. Lord Volk gets all kinds of wrong as he comes up the top of the hill, but he has set his flying lap, I suppose. As we watch on board with Wrecker now, he's coming to that infield area now, so quite tricky. You can see he's putting the power down. He's caught it.
Saved, but I think Necktrack didn't. So I guess we have our first retirement in the last sector.
Oh yes, so he's gone off. He's gone off at the right hand of the penultimate corner, the one that Wrecker is coming up to now. We've got a couple of drivers through. So Stoggs has taken pole position at the moment. He's gone basically half a second clear of Lord Volk. Air Jordan slotted himself in. So has Hamlin, who is in second now. So Hamlin, qualifying a lot better in these conditions than he previously has. Lamb Chop doing quite well. Massey coming back round. He's gone second. And Ian popping himself up into third. So again, this is all
times are falling quickly now.
And here comes Jinxie across the line now, so we can see what he's done. He's run out of ERS, only 10th. And the problem with a track like this is, or conditions like this, is that you're putting the power down quite a lot. And unfortunately, because you're spinning the rear wheels up, you spend a lot more time on the rev limiter if you're a bit heavy-footed. And that can use up quite a bit of ERS. It can use up certainly a lot of fuel if it is like this in the race.
Yeah, Jordan goes second.
Yeah, absolutely. So times are coming tumbling. And Stoggs, what a lap he set, that first one there. We'll have to see what he can do when he comes back around.
Maybe a favorite for the race as well, winning 2 out of 6 races so far. The only driver to do so in this division.
Yeah, we did talk last race about how we had 6 different winners from 6 different races. That isn't true. I can tell you that now. Stoggs has won before, and he did, of course, win in Bahrain. And he has got incredible pace, but so has the guy who's just gone pole, and that is Massey. And Ian really putting his nose up in there, actually. So could be a contender for the win. His teammate isn't in the running today.
Has gone round, but saved it.
And one goal is replacing Sienna Bob for this race. So Sienna Bob is catching up on some sleep, says AWD Turbo Guy. And we see them all come around now. So Stoggs, I think, made a couple of mistakes, but he is coming around now, and he's going to try and set another fast lap. So Massimo has gone pole by half a second there.
Yeah, the first driver to dip into the 13th.
And it looks like they're all doing more or less the same thing, which is just put in a load of fuel and then just kind of see how that works out for them. Keep going round, keep setting times, keep finding the limits.
Yeah, it's really, you have to find the margin where you can put the throttle down, but don't spin out. So it's really tough to drive in these conditions.
Yeah, you can see how gentle he is on the throttle application. But you can just hear it actually from the way the engine is revving. But he's gone fastest in the middle sector. He's 2/10 up. So we'll have to see what we can do around the last couple of corners. They are tricky. We have seen Knack Track already been caught out. Hopefully we don't see the same for Stoggs. And as he comes around the final corner now, he'll come across the line and he'll set a lap. And just to note as well, as he comes across the line, he is not faster. So lost about 3/10 in that last sector. Wasn't able to make it up. But Air Jordan has decided to go on to intermediates, and so has Wrecker and
Yeah, I think the
NGPY.
rain is not as heavy anymore.
Well, it is still raining. I suppose if we run on board with Air Jordan, he's on an outlap at the moment. I'll keep you guys updated as to when he's actually on a flying lap, because it'd be very interesting to see what he can do. I'll keep my monitor open on him as we ride on board with Andrew Orthodox on the main screen. And it just looks like Air Jordan isn't able to get the power down. Oh, Andrew Orthodox there, making a couple of mistakes, but I think Air Jordan's going to find it very tricky. If he can hook it all together and the track does dry up, then he will be on for quite a lot of time saving, as he's letting Andrew through now. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that. I think Stoggs is in the grass as Andrew goes past him there, and so does Air Jordan. We've got Ian coming around the first corner. We've got Massey sitting in the pits.
Stocks,
Maybe he's
no lateral spun, wing damage for him.
He will have to come in
he's
then.
still good to drive.
And Lazo, his teammate, is also off the track.
I think Air Jordan starting his hot lap now.
Andrew comes across the line now, and a very slow lap. Yep. So I didn't really catch the end of that, but here comes Air Jordan. We'll have to see what he can do. So, the timing screen's telling me one thing, but I don't necessarily believe it. He's got half a second quicker.
5/10 off.
Half a second quicker in the first sector. Then.
Yeah, there's a few guys on intermediates now. I guess the compound is a bit quicker now.
And Massey's still in the pit, so I wonder if Massey's just kind of sitting here watching the other guys.
He's switching to intermediates now.
Yeah, he must be seeing what Air Jordan's doing. He sees half a second in the first sector, thinks, yeah, all right, I'm not going to sit here and waste any more time. I'm coming out on these tyres, and I'm going to set an even faster pole lap. And here comes Air Jordan round now. He's a second and a half. Whew. So, intermediate tyre is the tyre to be on. We've got a couple of people still on the wet tyre. Here comes Air Jordan around the last couple of corners. Addy Man has gone fastest on the intermediates. Air Jordan probably going to be looking to upset him here. As he comes across the line, it's a 12.3. So he has gone pole. And the intermediate is by far the quicker tyre now. So they all want to get hooked up on those. And we see Massey is now coming around on his outlap, just getting some warmth into those tyres. And he will be looking to regain pole position. Stoggs is coming into the pits now.
The track is also getting a bit faster now. There's not as much rain anymore.
So Wrecker's jumped up in third. NGPY is in fourth. Massey is coming round now, so he will be starting his hot lap. We are expecting this to go pole, so we'll have to keep an eye out for this one. As we were watching Jinxie on the main screen, I'll keep an eye on Massimo's lap over here. He has got a second, 1.7 seconds he needs to overcome compared to his previous lap. And so I'll keep you updated on the sector splits. He's 0.4 of a second up in sector 1.
I think Air Jordan's going to improve further, yeah. The first driver into the 11th.
So Air Jordan's sitting on pole by nearly a second now. This is some Ayrton Senna at Monaco kind of stuff that we're watching unfold. Jinxie, very good lap. He's gone second. He's still
up 4/10.
He's still 8/10 behind Air Jordan, is Jinxie. But as you say, yeah, Massimo 1.3 seconds up now. So where would that put him? It would put him in a 12.7. So he's still got a whole second to make up. as he comes around the last two corners now. Just using all of the track. Just don't run wide and you'll be golden. And yep, nails the last corner. Here he comes across the line. What does he set? He's gone pole. And so he's gained a second in the last sector. That really is impressive. So it looks like it's him and Air Jordan in a league of their own in these kind of conditions. And if the race is anything like this, maybe maybe these two are the ones we'll be looking out for. Lord Volk jumps himself up into 6th place. And all of this has pushed Stoggs way down. So he's on an outlap now. We'll keep you updated as to when he starts his flying. And Ian as well. So Ian is now on a hot lap. He's coming round in sector 2. He's in the middle sector. He was poking his nose up along the sides of Massimo as the Velociraptor and Lamb Chop go 3rd and 4th respectively. And Ian's going to be looking to see, he is a second up, but that isn't good enough, really. It's not where he probably should be, considering his pace earlier. We've got another Alfa Romeo off the track. That is Fuki, as Knack Track is out. Here comes Ian, last corner, and I think Fuki's spun himself again. And here comes Ian. Is it quick? It's 6th. And it's over a second slower than the pole position time that Massimo has set.
Lamb Chop's gone around as well.
Yeah, so a lot of these drivers trying to find the limit of the track, and yeah, it's not very difficult to find the limits in these cars. And here comes Lazo across the line. Can he do it for AlphaTauri? He can jump himself up to 14th, just ahead of his teammate, who is now on a flying lap. I have not seen his first sector. I'm imagining it was quick, as he's still on quite a hot lap here, still giving it the beans, and we'll see what he does in sector 2. He's a 2.5 up, and for a split second it flashed purple, so I'm not sure if that is the fastest sector, sector 2. But he's coming around the last couple of corners now, so he's just going to absolutely hang it in there, throw it into the last corner, try not to run too wide. He's done a perfect job there, and he's coming across the line. Will he be able to take pole away? He is. Oh, he's a whole six tenths down. And Massey is coming across the line now.
Can't improve on his time either.
So we've still got 3 minutes left. And yeah, so Stoggs is still going for it, still giving it the beans, and it looks like he's gone fastest in sector 1 then. So if he can hook it all together, then we can see him back up there where he should be. I mean, he's only in 3rd, but he is quite a ways off from that pole position. So that was a really hot lap that Massimo has set. Yeah, Air Jordan really the only person who can come anywhere near him.
Yeah, he's on another hot lap now.
And Stoggs is just a little bit quicker than he's been before. So again, it says purple in the middle sector. I'm not sure how much of that to believe. But as he comes now, the run down to the last 2 corners again. A lot of drivers have been caught out here. A couple have been spun around. One has been sent into the wall, and he's invalidated.
Massimo's quicker in finishing up his lap.
Massey coming around the final corner. Will he be able to improve? He's set an 11.5. He's set an 11.3 now. So 2 tenths up, and that gap is just bridging further and further. And I think he might have invalidated the first corner. He has. And we've got the Velociraptor out now on soft tyres, so I don't know if he'll have time actually to set a quick lap. One goal will be the first person out on soft tyres, so I'm going to keep an eye on him while you guys keep an eye on that's Air Jordan. He's boxing, and maybe he's boxing for soft tyres. So these guys are
too late, I think.
Yeah, so one goal might be the only person who actually does manage to do a lap on the soft tyres. And you can sort of see from the onboard, there really isn't any more standing water. So the game does, well, yeah, the water does kind of dissipate quite quickly in this game. Maybe a little bit quicker than you would like to see. But the track doesn't even look wet anymore. So as we see, the balance has shifted round. Massey's gone even quicker, has he? No, he hasn't. Sorry, that's someone else has jumped up. I think that's Andrew Orthodox jumping up into 3rd.
I don't know what happened there.
But here
Mc
comes one goal.
McLaren off in sector 2.
One goal is backing off. Maybe he's just waiting to absolutely gun it. So here comes one goal. Quite jerky inputs from him. He is playing on a keyboard, but that won't stop him here as he comes around the first corner now. So it looks like he's got a lot of grip. Air Jordan is also on soft tyres, but he won't have enough time to do anything with it. The Velociraptor is coming around the last corner now. Has he got time to cross the line? I don't think he does. I think the Velociraptor just about misses out. He has. Oh, he was seconds from the line. So it really is only one goal, one dream, who has gone 1.3 seconds quicker. So
Hamlin P3 with a massive improvement of 3 seconds.
Hamlin up, and he was on those intermediate tyres. We're seeing someone else jump up. That's Andrew Orthodox who's jumped up as well. One goal, one dream is 5 seconds up. So he's about to set a 108, and he's about to take pole position. And that I imagine would be his first pole position in this division.
Just
If he
has
comes
to
around the
keep it
last
together.
corners, he just doesn't need to invalidate. As he comes around the final corner, was he going to set a 1.7, 1.6? A 1.4.
104.
He's on pole by 7
7
seconds.
seconds.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you
only
love
driver
to
to
see
make
it.
the quick decision to switch onto the softs. And it pays
And
off big time for him.
yeah, and there's two parts of driving a car. There's the driving, and then there's the thinking. And one goal has certainly surpassed them all with the latter. That is brilliant, and I think that's it really. No one else is on
Yeah,
soft
Eddie
tires
then
that can set a
going
lap.
into the pits. And other than that, we have
Lamb
our
chops
starting grid.
retired. Two alphas have retired. So I think that might be the most dominant qualifying performance we've ever seen in this whole series. That is pole position by over 7 seconds. I was saying, something similar to Ayrton Senna around Monaco, but this is something completely different. And so we've got our grid. We've got one goal, one dream in pole position with a 104. We've got Massey 7 seconds behind with a 111 in second. We've got Andrew Orthodox in third, Air Jordan in fourth. Behind him, we've got Hamlin in fifth, Stoggs in sixth. He is the current championship leader. He'll be looking to make inroads, 8 seconds off the pole time. We've got Velociraptor 4, who just missed out. So he would have had pole if he'd come out of the pits a second earlier, he would have had pole position, I imagine. So he's got to be kicking himself for that one. We've got Aliman in eighth, Lazo in ninth, doing a lot better than he's done before. We know how quick he is. He's got Div 1 pace, but he has switched to a wheel, which is why he is in Division 3 and why he's a bit slower than he has been before. We've got Aryan in the other Red Bull in 10th, Lamb Chop in 11th, Jinxie in 12th, and as it switches away, I can't reveal the rest of the grid, but we'll see them on the formation lap as one goal sets them off.
It's going to be an interesting race because everyone has free tire choice except one goal.
And just reading chat, they are suggesting that everyone except for one goal should essentially be not disqualified, but banned from racing due to being outside of the 107% rule. Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't make for the most exciting race, but yeah, we could all sit here and watch a keyboard warrior sling it round for 36 laps untouched. So yeah, everyone has a free choice of tires except for one goal. That's an interesting one to point out. Well, and those yeah, so pretty much anyone can start on whatever tires they want to, and we've got a Renault immediately starting on medium tires. So I think that's Air Jordan has decided he's going to do a bit of an alternate strategy, and so is Stoggs behind, I believe. He's starting on the hard tires. Then is that? Yeah, he is. So let me bring up my. You can see it on your screen. I can't see it on mine. One step behind, I guess. And
A broad variety of tire strats. Mostly
yeah, so
soft runners, some mediums, and stocks the only one on hards.
Yes. So, in talking with some of the Div 1 drivers, they were saying that you're better off going on soft, soft to hard or hard to soft, because that way you don't have to conserve tyres. The guys on the medium runners will have to protect their tyres at some point where the guys who are doing soft to hard will be able to push the whole time. So that might be a benefit to Stoggs. He is starting in sixth. He doesn't need to catch up to the guys in front. Um, he doesn't even really need to hold up the guys behind. If he can stay in DRS, which we did see him do in Bahrain last race, we saw him, I believe it was Knack Track that was in front of him,
Yeah.
was kind of pulling him along. Knack being on soft tires and Stoggs being on the harder compound. I can't remember if it was hard or medium tires now. Um, but Stoggs was essentially just using the DRS to keep himself in check. And like Bahrain, Austria is a very power hungry circuit. We've got a lot of DRS straights. In fact, the track itself is the whole first sector, the whole third sector, and some of the middle sector is just one long straight, really. So he shouldn't really be too disadvantaged by being on these harder tires. And if he can use the DRS, he might be on for a winner here. So as the last cars join the back of the grid, we watch for the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's go, go, go for the Austrian Grand Prix. And one goal gets off to a good start, but Massimo gets off to an even better start. And he's taken the lead in the first corner, but one goal comes back at him. So one goal, Massi get going a little bit deeper. We've
Oh,
got
there's
cars off
carnage in the
in the
back.
background. Lazo's
Carnage in the
out.
back.
Oh, and
Three,
we've got a
three
virtual
to
safety
five
car
cars
immediately.
involved in that one.
So, and that's heartbreaking for Lazo to be out in just that first corner. Not even wing damage, nothing to rectify. Choppers gained a 5-second penalty. Wreckers got a 5-second penalty.
Lord
So
Volk
Lord
as
Volk,
well.
we've got loads of them. Knack Track, I think, as well. Hamelin, who is he's done such a brilliant job getting himself up into P4 in both qualifying and I believe in the start of the race. I think he's
And
jumped a
Air
position or
Jordan
two.
was involved as well. Yeah.
And Air Jordan Miles down. Yeah, such a shame for him. And the virtual safety car has come in and it's caught me out of. It's caught me off guard. It's got one goal off guard as well because he's got Massimo right up behind him now. And you would suggest that Massimo is by far the quickest driver probably on this track, given some of the qualifying times. And it's just a matter of time before he gets past one goal, as one goal sets the first fastest lap of the race. But Massey is going to be challenging for that in subsequent laps. And Massey right up the back of him now. Maybe won't even
Yes.
need DRS. Here comes Hamlin on Andrew Orthodox as well as Massey goes round the outside, and he's done it even before the braking zone. So timing screens are all out of whack. But Andrew Orthodox does hold off Hamlin
So we have
behind,
5 drivers into the pits for new front wings
and
and tires.
Andrew Orthodox is making it past Hamlin. And he has done so. So we've seen that sort of off screen there. Timing screens aren't helping our cause. Hamlin tried to fight back at him, but there's not really anything he can do. He's trying to go around the outside. He's not going to make anything happen there. Not round these corners. I mean, Andrew will have the inside line for the whole complex, and you can see that Hamlin has to yield now. So they come around the final corner. Massimo does lead them away. One goal is just behind Andrew Orthodox. There's a little bit of a gap now forming behind Massimo and his closest rivals, which will be at the moment will be Andrew, but certainly Stoggs behind him. And one goal is out of DRS. Andrew is out of DRS of oh no, he might just be in DRS of one goal. So not sure there. Here's Jinxie making a move on Addyman up for the position of 7th. Addyman looking to make a move on Lambchuk. They make contact. Jinxie sort of caught there a little bit, and Addyman not really anything he can do as Jinxie gets past him, and Jinxie will be on the back of the Velociraptor now. So not enough straight there to make a move, but he has got faster tyres. He is on soft tyres, and Velociraptor behind, or in front rather, is on those medium tyres. Stoggs losing a little bit of time now, but he is still within the second of Hamlin. So that's what he needs to do.
He has the perfect position right now on the hards. He can just be dragged along.
So the championship as it stands, I'll let you in on this at home. Stoggs is in the lead of the championship on 77 points. 10 points behind is Air Jordan, who is having a bit of a disaster of a race at the moment. We'll have to see if he can make anything up. We've got Knack Track behind him on 61 points. Rekka behind on 57, then Massimo on 55 points. So Massimo um, is 22 points behind, and we've seen a little bit of contact there. And I think that's Stoggs that's made contact with the back of Hamlin there. Um, Stoggs has not got any front wing damage, but he's under incredible pressure here. As the Velociraptor looking to make a
Ooh,
move up the inside, they're going to make contact. Velociraptor's going to push him wide, and that's going to allow Jinxie past Stoggs as well. Stoggs is going to lose out places to Lamb Chop. He's
there's
going to
carbon
lose
fiber
out.
everywhere.
He's not going to lose that to Addyman, but he does make contact with Addyman, and Addyman has lost a very significant
Both,
portion of his
both
front
end
wing,
plates.
and he will have to come into pit surely now. Um, so Stoggs losing a lot of positions in the space of a single corner. His front wing is intact though. That's the main bit for him. He is on harder tyres, so he doesn't need to overtake any of the guys in front. He just needs to keep the pace up, make sure he doesn't slip down too much, stay within DRS of the Haas driver in front of him. Um, and yeah, so not losing any front wing has been great for him. We've got Lamb Chop just in front of him. Jinxie looks like he's on the fight now to try and take the position away from the Velociraptor. Is he going to try and break late? As we see on your screen, we see Andrew Orthodox handing uh, the guys in front of him. And there are a lot of straights on this track, but it is not that easy to overtake. It does look like it should be quite easy, but I think all the straights are just not quite long enough. If you've got a car in front that's a tiny bit slower than you, you will really have to send it in order to make a move. What this has allowed is one goal to kind of hold up the likes of Andrew Orthodox and Hamlin behind, um, and it's allowed Massey to gain quite a substantial lead. So he's now 3.5 seconds ahead of one goal. That just means that he's got a bit more freedom when he pits, so he doesn't have to worry about being undercut essentially, because he can pit last. Because even if the guys behind him pit before, as Andrew Orthodox has now gotten past one goal, one dream, so he's now on the fight to claw back some of that time towards Massey. But I think the damage has already been done. 4 seconds behind, and he's still fighting with one goal, as one goal looking to go all the way around the outside. He's not going to be
Switchback.
able to. He's done the switchback perfectly, and he's got the DRS open. He's taken back the position, and that is not going to help Andrew. The fighting isn't going to help him, and being back behind and one goal is certainly not going to help. And he's miles away now, so it's going to be a while before he even gets back in the position where he can start to mount an overtake charge. We've got a yellow
So
flag as the
Iron spun out into the wall.
Oh, and that's disaster from him. He looks like he's trying to get this one back on track. And Stoggs has picked up a 3 second, and you cannot get those removed in the pit stop, so that is really going to hurt him. We've got a couple of drivers that have picked up penalties, but Stoggs, if he wants this championship, and he's got, what was it? What did I say? 22 points between him and Massey, um, 25 for a win. So if Massey keeps his position, that's what he'll pick up. And Stoggs really needs to not be picking up these penalties. He just needs to be keeping it clean and just protecting those hard tyres. Here comes Andrew Orthodox now, again in the braking zone. Is he going to try and outbrake him?
One
One
goal.
goal
He
outbreaks himself, and Andrew's going to have a free pass here as one goal tries to come back onto the track. And there's not really anything that one goal can do now to stop Andrew. So Andrew really has to pull a gap now in the middle sector, so that one goal isn't anywhere near him in the DRS zones. We've got the Velociraptor kind of holding everyone up now. So he's on medium tyres. He isn't as quick as the guys in front, doesn't need to be as quick as the guys in front, as he's got past one goal. So one goal's made a mistake there, and this has allowed Hamlin to try and mount a charge on him. And so one goal's got damage, I think. I believe that's what I heard in my ear. So I don't know if he's tapped the wall. Hamlin is absolutely all over the back of the Velociraptor now, as the Velociraptor just trying to hang on those medium tyres as they come around the final corner. So that wasn't one goal. That was Ian. So that's a mistake that I've made. Apologies for that. One goal still in third. Still with a bit of a gap to the Velociraptor, but the Velociraptor is under immense pressure here. He's got Hamlin just behind. He's got a lot of guys on soft tyres that really desperately want to get past. They are battling with each other, of course. So you can see in the background Jinxie and Stoggs. As Stoggs is, sorry, Jinxie and Lamb Chop as Lamb Chop's trying to dive up the inside, and he's side by side with him now. But Hamlin just haven't got the pace to catch up and to pass the Velociraptor.
Yeah, and all this action has led to maybe two trains forming.
And the
One
Velociraptor
leading.
is oh, he's defending hard from Hamlin. Sorry about that, to cut you off, but Hamlin did try and send it up the inside. Wasn't really in a position to attack there, and they made a little bit of contact, and I think they've both gotten away with it. So hopefully no damage for either of them, and we'll see this battle continue. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, Massimo is off on his own, and then we have a small train, maybe a few gaps here and there from place 2 to 10, and then later on from 11 to I think it's Wrecker in 15th. And the other guys are driving time trial basically right now, trying to lap as fast as they can to catch up to the guys in
And
front.
Hamlin's retired. Hamlin's out.
I think there
Oh, I
was
didn't see it.
contact with Lamb Chop.
I think you guys might have seen it back home because I'm looking at a completely different screen. I did see Jinxie get past, and then I just saw that he was retired.
Safety car,
So
yeah, safety car.
oh, so we've got a full safety car. That's going to help Massey. He's got a chance now to dive into the pits, put on some hard
I,
tyres.
yeah,
Those
he
at the
had.
front wing damage, that will help them out as well because they essentially get to do all that in the same pit stop. Um, the one person this isn't going to help out is Stoggs. So Stoggs doesn't get a free pit stop. Um, I don't think he can realistically pull into the pits and put on um, medium tyres to the end, not this early on. The Velociraptor will be able to put on hard tyres, but it sort of meant that his start on medium tyres hasn't really gained him anything. So Massimo is into the pits. He is going on hard
Andrew
tyres, I
with
believe.
one goal as well.
Yeah, so they
Velociraptor and
should.
Jinxie are staying out. Stocks is in as well.
Right, that's really interesting then from the Velociraptor. He will take the lead of the race. He's got a couple of laps to make these medium tyres work a bit more, but if he's doing the medium to soft tyre, sorry,
Stocks
if he's
onto
doing
the softs. He will
Stocks
have
onto
the softs
soft, so he's
again.
going to do a soft and then a medium run, I would imagine.
Maybe two
Um,
soft stints. We will see.
Very strange. But then he's in a bad position anyway, so he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. Unfortunately, so the Velociraptor has taken the lead of the race. Jinxie's decided to stay out on soft tires. I'm not sure why. Massimo has inherited third place then, so he's dropped down to third. Will be able to make that last basically. So he is provisionally in the lead of this race.
I think Jinxie had to stay out because Massey was in the pits at this time.
I mean, it would have held him up for sure, but I think him staying out on the soft tires is going to hurt his race even more because it just means that he's now in sort of no man's land. Um, Really question what Stoggs was thinking, actually, to be honest, because he's put on soft tires. They can't last to the end. He's got people he needs to overtake. Um, Even if you put the medium tires on, with a bit of conservation, he'd be able to make them last and could at least do like a last stint on the soft. But putting on the soft tires, I think that's maybe a little bit of a head scratcher. I might be proved wrong. I hope I'm proved wrong. I hope he does well. But as of right now, yeah, a bit of a head scratcher from that one. One goal, still in brilliant position. I mean, only Massimo and Andrew Orthodox managed to get past him, and he is now on hard tires, and he's provisionally in, I suppose, in third place. So he'll be behind Massimo and Andrew. Stoggs is kind of running a completely different race, so I'm going to take him out of the equation just for now. We'll have to see what he's doing. It looks like the guys in chat are also quite confused about the idea of staying out on soft tires. So Jinxie is literally the only person who's stayed out on soft tires. The only other person who stayed out on the tires that they started the race with are the Velociraptor, but you can kind of understand it because he will be able to go to lap 20 something at least, and then put on the soft tires and make them last to the end of the race. Someone is saying that Penachero did around 25 laps on softs in Div 1. Um, yeah, we're not going to see that today, friend. I think they'll end up with punctures way before that. And maybe Jinxie's hoping for another safety car. Maybe he's hoping he can take the lead of the race, pull a bit of a gap. But even still, those soft tires have done 10 laps now. One of those laps, yeah, behind safety car in slower conditions, but they're not going to have that much pace. Certainly going to be slower than I think the Velociraptor, and definitely slower than even Andrew Orthodox behind.
Yeah,
And
maybe the
even
team
now, I
orders
mean,
will come in as well with Massimo on the hearts getting
I
past
think
early on.
I yeah, I think if they've got any kind of voice chat between them, he has to let Massey past as soon as possible. Maybe hold the guys up behind. To be honest, given the guys that are behind, I don't think Massimo really needs to be held up. Um, I don't personally see Andrew challenging him as much, and especially towards the end of the race. I think Andrew's tires are going to fall off anyway, and Massey will be able to probably hold him off until that point. Stoggs is behind on a completely different strategy. One goal we've seen doesn't have the pace to challenge. The guys behind Ferron and Lord Volk certainly not. I mean, they haven't shown in this division yet that they're in
Oh,
that kind of
Wreckers
league.
one under safety car.
Oh,
He did the George Russell just as the safety car comes in. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
yeah, and as you say, I think safety car is in this lap. I didn't see it flash up myself, but
Yeah,
the
it's coming.
Velociraptor.
Lights are out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that now. The Velociraptor has started to slow the pack down. Hopefully, we won't see any contact under VS or under safety car conditions, as we've seen in previous races. And the Velociraptor, is he going to wait for the final corner? I think he might do. So we'll kind of watch on board uh, from Massimo to see what he can do now. So he's going to really be pushing. He'll want to take the lead of the race as soon as possible. I think he probably has got the pace to do it. And the Velociraptors jumped Jinxie at the start. So Jinxie caught napping. Even the
Stocks
rest of them, as
are
here comes
on you.
Stoggs.
Getting
And
towards
he's
the
jumped the
corner.
corner as well. So he's taken a position. He's done it with all four wheels off the track. Um, that, I believe, is an illegal overtake. I mean, he has got a 3 second warning for that, but I think he really should be giving that position back just due to the circumstance at which he took the position. He is right up the
Jordan
back
mentioned
now, though.
back.
Stoggs has got a chance now. Is he going to break late? He is. He's going to run into the back of Jinx. He is. He's going to make contact with Massey. Massey gets pushed uh, off wide. And here comes Stoggs now looking to make a move on Jinx. He really is going for it. I mean, he has to. He's on soft tyres. He's on new soft tyres. He's much quicker than the guys around him. He's quick on pace. He's quick on tyres. And he's got to kind of
Record
go for
one
it.
round again. It's a race to forget for him.
Yeah, not brilliant for Wrecker. But I'm not sure about the manner in which Stoggs has gained all these positions. Got a lot of cars running wide in the last corner. We've got Andrew Orthodox looking to make a move on Jinxie. He has done now. Somewhere that I haven't seen, Massey has gotten past Jinxie as well. So Jinxie falling right down the order. And here comes one goal to make a move, as well as yeah, it's just getting worse and worse for him, really. It looks like he's trying to make a move on Massey, but on Jinxie, and he has gotten back past. Sorry, it looks like Jinxie's trying to make a move on Andrew, and Andrew's hold position. And here comes one goal now, so he's going to be quicker than him and Jinxie. Yeah, that's really a bit of a puzzler for him staying out on soft tires. We'll just have to see how long he can hold on for. And the Velociraptor started to pull a gap with Stoggs on Massey behind. Here comes Stoggs, though. He's not going to want to spend too much time in the dirty air of the Haas driver in front of him. The Velociraptor has picked up a 3 second penalty now for running a little bit wide in the final couple of corners. And the DRS is enabled. So this should help Stoggs breathe his way past Velociraptor. But we'll just have to kind of wait and see.
Massimo's also in the DRS window.
And yeah, could this help Massimo get himself past the Velociraptor, which he probably wants to do as soon as possible. Stoggs outbreaks himself and will have to look down now for Massimo, but he's not quite close enough, as one goal has gotten past Jinxie now. And Jinxie will have the DRS. One goal taking a bit of a defensive line, but it is not. It is, yeah, it's not. Jinxie isn't just in anywhere close
It's a
enough to
great
him.
battle for P7 right now with 4 cars involved. Side by side in Sector 2.
And yeah, looks like NGP has gone ahead on this one. So it's been quite a thrilling opening race. Oh, we've got a carbon fibre going, and that's one of the McLarens that's gone, and that's Lord Volk, I believe. He's dropped down lots of positions there. I don't know what's happened there. If he's made contact with someone else, we've got a lot of cars all sort of hustling and bustling their way through. They're all running wide and jostling for position. We've got the Haas driver of Lamb Chop looking to make a move on Addyman, but Naktrack is looking to go up the inside of him, and he breaks late, and he breaks too late, and Lamb Chop sort of locks up, goes a bit wide, and Naktrack is through. He's going to have a fight back as Lamb Chop, and I think he's actually going to hold on to this one, as they've both got DRS, but Naktrack is just going to force his way up the inside, and nothing that Lamb Chop can do about that. Really, this is there's a lot of action going on all simultaneously. What does it mean? Oh, Stoggs has taken the lead. So, in all of that, I haven't even seen the change for the lead of the race. So we've got Massimo right up the back of the Velociraptor. We've got Andrew Orthodox right up the back of Massimo. So, Stoggs leading the race. He's starting to pull a little bit of a gap on the Velociraptor. Velociraptor has still got DRS, which is going to help him defend for Massimo. But that lock up into turn one is not. And here comes Massi up the inside. He's taking the position already. And we've got a virtual safety car.
I think Arjen
So,
spun in the last corner.
and he's out. So one Red Bull driver wasn't able to make the race. One Red Bull driver is out. Oh, and Andrews, he's lost it under VSC conditions. Oh, that's a bit of a shame there for him, but he's fine. It's just a bit embarrassing, really, to be to be doing that while going so slowly. So he's going to want to sort of slap himself around the face and get his head back in the game. But well, what I was saying is that the substitute Red Bull driver, one goal, one dream, he's taken pole position by 7 seconds over some of the fastest guys in this division, and he's still in 5th place, and he's doing a fantastic job. He's been caught napping at the restart, maybe a little bit, as Jinxie is very close to him.
Jinx is still out on the soft tires.
Yeah, still out. 16 laps he's done. Velociraptor's done 13 on the mediums. So Massey in 2nd place now. He's not quite close enough to Stoggs ahead, as we see the Velociraptor pick up another 3-second penalty. And what this has done is so Massey. Oh, he's locked up a little bit there and allows the Velociraptor to close up. But Massey is the only guy in the top 4 not to have a time penalty, and I can bring up the actual penalties on my side and let you know where we are with that. So Stoggs has got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Massey obviously on none. The Velociraptor with 6 seconds as well. Andrew 3 seconds behind, 1 goal. Also keeping it completely clean. No seconds of penalties. We've got Jinxie behind with 3 seconds of penalties. Then we've got quite a clean sweep until we get down to 11th, 12th, and 15th, who all have 3 seconds worth of penalties. So everyone seems to have cleared their 5-second penalties from the lap 1 incidents. But yeah, so Stoggs and the Velociraptor both with 6 seconds of penalty.
Roadwork spun in the middle sector.
Oh, we've got a lot of spins in this race, so they're really pushing. And Jinxie finally into the pits. As Massimo has now gotten himself within DRS range of Stoggs ahead. So it's starting to be a little bit of the opposite of last race, where Stoggs was on slower tyre and he was catching up to the guys on the quicker tyre. Now Massey
Roadwork has
is
gone
doing
around
that.
again. His tires are burning right now.
Yeah, I mean, one spin and it all goes to pot. Here comes Naktrack looking to make inroads on Ferron and Adiman ahead, and it's really close to racing. I've got two screens open, and I'm constantly switching back and forth. We've got Lord Volk as he's just crashed into
Spun
pits.
again. No,
Oh
he
no, he
had
hasn't
an
pitted.
issue in sector 2 and then in the last corner and now in the first corner again.
Oh,
His
that's very
tires are done,
disappointing.
I guess.
Yeah, he really should have pit there. I know he would have lost a big chunk of time, but sometimes you just kind of got to do that. Massimo still within a second of the leader, Stoggs, and every second, every lap that goes by, this is just hurting Stoggs' race even more. And Massimo caught napping. What was that? Was that another wheel issue? We saw him have a wheel issue in Bahrain. He was coming round the knot corner of turn 2, I believe, and it looked like his car just didn't turn. So whether or not he caught his eye off the ball, here comes Andrew Orthodox, has gone up the inside and taken second place away from Massimo. Massimo really going to fight this one back, but what this has done is they both lost
Contact,
a
a
second and
bit
a
of
half,
contact.
and they have made contact. They both lost about a second and a half, now up to 2 seconds they've lost on Stoggs ahead. So this is really helping Stoggs all of a sudden um, to bridge a bit of a gap. And now we're going to see Massimo and Andrew duke it out a little bit. Oh, and I hope he hasn't got technical issues. Can happen. Um, Brings a certain realistic element to this Formula One racing. Oh, and that is such a shame for him. So we'll have to see. I'll keep an eye on him, see if it happens again. But it was this turn they're coming to. He was all in great position here, but he just didn't turn the car to the left. He's not going to make that mistake this time. I wonder if maybe he was looking at something else. Maybe checking something on a second screen, or looking at his phone, or something silly. But I do hope it wasn't a technical issue on his end. He's looking to try and make a move on Andrew. He's going to go all the way around the outside. He's going to brake very late. Andrew's going to kind of try and push him off. But Massimo has got the inside line now. And you have to say he's got the inside line for the next couple of corners. Andrew's going to try and hold on. Massi not going to push him off. But he's got the inside line now. And Andrew, the Orthodox, really has to yield. And
He's coming
Massimo
back.
has retaken. And Stoggs now has 3.5 seconds worth of lead on Massimo. So if Massimo can try and make that up, he will certainly go for it now.
Yeah, but all the
But
battling with Andrew will cost him a lot of time. And Andrew is not backing out either.
yeah, Andrew very close to him coming through the first corner. He will have DRS. He might actually be able to overtake before the first corner, and if not, before turn 3. And if not, he will certainly be in good position. He's going to dive his nose up the inside. Oh, this is an absolutely fantastic angle to watch this, and he's going to have great traction on the exit, and he's gotten himself back past Massey. Massey has not got the DRS. Andrew has got it, and that's allowed Andrew to stay in front. So Massimo's got to wait another lap, basically. There's not really anything you can do now. Andrew Orthodox is on the faster tyre. They are both on new tyres. But Massimo, yeah, really a little bit frustrating now. And this is going to help Stoggs. He has got a 6-second time penalty, but he's certainly in a fairly good position. So the Velociraptor, I think he might have pitted now for soft tyres. He's doing his final stint. I don't know if Stoggs is going to do something silly like stay out till the end of the race on these soft tyres. I can't imagine he would, and I can't imagine why he would. If he does pit now, he is going to be around the same kind of place as the Velociraptor, who is going to be uh, fighting up the positions now on his faster tyres.
Who's that?
NGPY has
Why
retired.
has retired? Maybe is. Oh, it's virtual safety car. For a second, I thought we would have a real safety car.
So we've got a couple of drivers that are in a fairly good position to pit, but I don't think any of them have decided to pit. No one taking advantage of the virtual safety car. And one goal still in fourth place. So Naktrack is behind. But Naktrack has got a 3-second penalty and one goal has not. All these penalty situations don't help one goal in the sense that he's not going to be able to gain any positions because he's quite far back on the leaders. but it's not going to hinder him because the Naktrack behind has got 3 seconds of penalty. Adiman is stuck behind Naktrack, and so one goal could be on for a podium here. So we could see the first podium for Red Bull from a driver that isn't is essentially just a temporary. Stoggs has come into the pits. So Stoggs using, I think, the end of the virtual safety car there to try and save a little bit of time. He's gone back out onto soft tyres. He's going to be able to push now. Has that helped him in his fight with the Velociraptor? He's coming out of the pits now. He's jumped Air Jordan and he's jumped the Velociraptor as well. So he's kept himself up quite high, 11.5 seconds off the lead. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. So I'm not sure whereabouts he'll be able to find himself, but he can certainly go for it now. So he's on fresh tyres, he's on fast tyres. He certainly should be setting fastest laps of the race for these last 12 or so laps. We might be starting to look for driver of the day here. So Instinct, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far? What are your thoughts on who maybe is going to win this race and who's your driver of the day?
While looking just at position changes, Naktrack is the standout driver with 14 positions gained. Massimo's looking quite likely to win the race. Andrew's medium tires will fall off soon, and Massey's hard tires will be faster, and he doesn't have a penalty. Fuki also up there with 10 positions gained. It's really
And
tough.
Naktrack's getting past one goal, is he? Or is one goal fighting back against him? As we see them go side by side now, down into the run. And Naktrack has got himself past. He's used the DRS to get himself past one goal. One goal now just needs to stay within DRS. Within 3 seconds, sorry, of him. If he can stay within DRS, that will help him out massively, especially with the Racing Point closing him up behind. But one goal doing an absolutely amazing job here today. No one could take that qualifying performance away from him. Probably the most dominating qualifying performance I've ever seen in this whole series. And he might be on for a podium here. So just needs to stay close to Naktrack. Naktrack doesn't need to make any mistakes himself. And one goal certainly doesn't if he wants to keep a good position. But Stoggs is up now. Stoggs has passed Adiman. So his next one in his sights is one goal. He's going to be looking to get up in front of him relatively quickly as we see one goal's car sort of jerking backwards.
Fractions him. Soft is a big advantage for him now.
And Stoggs has gotten past, and will he be able to make Naktrack in this corner? He should do. You can see how much more traction he has than the car in front. He's got the DRS open, he's got the overtake open. And here he comes around the outside. Oh, it's so much quicker. Yeah. So he's now on the hunt for the guys in front. He'll want to pull 6 seconds on the guys behind, so that he can keep his position basically. So if he can close up to Massey, then he should be still on for a podium. That will unfortunately take it away from one goal, who has now fallen outside of the DRS range of Naktrack in front.
Stocks with fastest lap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Purple in sector 2 though. Also on the fresh softs.
Yeah, so Air Jordan has pit. He was on hard tyres. I'm not entirely sure why he did go into the pits, but he's on soft tyres now. He's run out of ERS halfway through this lap, so I don't think it will go fast. Oh, he has gone fastest. Well, he's done that without any ERS in the last sector then. So that's quite an impressive performance he's put on there.
3/10 up on Stocks time.
We'll have to wait and see if Stoggs can respond to that one. We'll pick up a crucial point for Air Jordan, but in the battle for the championship, all this is really looking like is that Massimo is going to take the lead of the championship here. Or will it actually? Because Air Jordan is in ninth, Stoggs is in third. So no, I think Stoggs will keep the lead of the championship. He's ahead of Naktrack, and I don't think Massimo will gain enough positions on him. As we see, Massimo is in DRS now of the car in front. Massimo is almost completely out of ERS So he's certainly pushing hard. I think Andrew Orthodox might actually have the pace
It's
to hold
really
off,
hard
but
to save energy here because you have so many traction zones and long straights without really heavy braking zones, so you
and
can't
Man
reach
looking
up.
to make a move on one goal. He's gone up the inside. A little bit of contact they've made, and one goal really can't fight him back now. He's got the DRS open, but I think he just doesn't have the traction on corner exit to really put it down. And Man has made himself pass. So Man up into fifth. That pushes one goal down into sixth. Stoggs has now pulled 6 seconds nearly on one goal, and he should be pulling even more. So Stoggs is with Natrak's 3-second penalty. Stoggs should now be back in the podium positions. So in his quest to defend his championship lead that he gained
He's done
last
really
race in
well
Bahrain.
so far, yeah.
Sorry?
He's done really well so far with his penalty in mind and the two-stop, which wasn't really necessary.
Yeah, he really has done. He's got 7 laps now. I don't think he can do anything really with Massey, but if he can find his way past Massimo and find his way past Andrew Orthodox, because he has got the same amount of time penalties as Andrew ahead, um, he could be in for second place. So Massimo has got the lead of the race effectively at the moment, once the penalties are taken into account. Um, Stoggs, I think now officially has got third place. So he's 3 seconds ahead of Nat Track, which is what he needs to be. He's 6 seconds ahead of Ali Man, and all of that means that he can now keep third place. So he was caught out a little bit by starting on hard tires and there being a safety car so early on, but he has made it work. And I really didn't think he would be able to. I thought his strategy of going onto the soft tires after the safety car was the wrong move to make, but he has managed to make it work. And every lap that he crosses the line, he's a second quicker than Andrew Orthodox ahead. So I don't know if Andrew knows what's going on. If Andrew knows that the guy behind in third place has got new soft tires on, the same amount of penalties, and is absolutely mounting a charge on him. But maybe he'll want to get a move on. And Massimo is closing up now to Andrew as Andrew's tyres are starting to fall off. Massey has got the pace. So if Massimo can fight with Andrew, this is all going to help Stoggs catch up even closer. 4.4 seconds now, the gap to from Andrew Orthodox to Stoggs behind.
One goal and Eddieman.
And one goal's
One
gone
goal
past Ali
just
Man.
pass.
So, well, I mean, I found it a little bit funny when I saw one goal go pole. To be honest, I really didn't expect him to have this kind of pace. So he's done an absolutely fantastic job, and for the fact that he's on a keyboard and these guys most of them are probably on wheels, he's doing absolutely brilliantly to keep himself now in fifth place. He is. Oh, he's just on the verge of fourth, is he? And Massey's coming past now. So he's going to go around the outside of Andrew Orthodox. Has he
Yeah,
got
Andrew
DRS or
Andrew
Andrew?
struggles with traction right now.
So Andrew's got the DRS. Is he going to try and dive one up the inside? He is not. And in the last lap, Stoggs has gained a whole second on these guys. So
Yeah,
he's
if
only
they
3.
continue to battle, that will really hurt Andrew.
Oh yeah, 100%, and especially if Massey can't pull away too quickly. So Stoggs is now only 3 seconds behind Andrew Orthodox. We've got 5. When they cross the line, we'll have 5 laps remaining.
We have
If
also Lord Volk
Stoggs,
in front being lapped soon.
oh yes, that is true. Yeah, there's Lord
Oh,
Volk. You can
another
kind of see him.
penalty.
Oh, so he's picked up another penalty. He is still ahead of Naktrack though, um, and he is then ahead of one goal, I suppose, as well. One goal is just not able to bridge that gap to Naktrack. If he does bridge that gap a little bit more, he actually could find himself back within the podium position. So he's got to put in some absolute stonkers of laps. Um, he's got 30% ERS, so he certainly does have a little bit of spare. And we'll see Addy Man behind him now. Addy Man, yeah, doesn't get the kind of exit that he needs. He's on medium tires. Actually, he has got the DRS open, and he's going to make his way past one goal. So these guys battling each other for 5th place, but they are actually battling the leaders or the guys in the podium position. So 3rd place is still on the cards for them, and so is 4th. If they weren't battling each other, they are losing a second at the moment per lap. But if they stop battling each other, they actually really could slingshot themselves up into the positions. Stoggs has made half a second on Andrew in the last lap. Andrew trying to close it up now to Massey, maybe trying to use the DRS. And here comes one goal once again. So as they come around the start finish straight through corner 1, and look how much one goal is taken out of Adiman just in that one corner. He's got the DRS open. He should be looking to overtake in this corner now as he dives up the inside and outbreaks Adiman outbreaks himself actually. And one goal does a fantastic job there, and the Velociraptor is all over the back of Adiman, and he gets past him. Sorry, I cut you off there, Instinct.
I was saying exactly the same as you did.
So
The
Stoggs is
Raptors
now
keep
2.7. No, 1.7 behind Andrew. Andrew's dropped back. Andrew's over a second now, so he's out of
Sector
DRS.
2, Wrecker's gone round again, maybe? Yep.
Oh, what a
Rough
what
time
a
for
terrible
him.
race
Last
for
race
him.
was also already really bad for him. I hope he can bring it back for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not had a great time. Stoggs is now closing up even more to Andrew in front. Andrew really dropping off the pace of Massimo in front. And here we see once again another lap. Here comes the Velociraptor looking to make a move on one goal. He's done it quite early on. This will give one goal DRS though, because I think they passed the activation point right now, unless I'm completely mistaken, and it's the same DRS activation point. No, it isn't. So one goal does get the DRS, but I think the Velociraptor just too quick for him. He's on the soft tires. This might actually help one goal out because he's got DRS now. He's got a faster car in front of him to maybe help him along. And I don't see the Velociraptor pulling 6 seconds on him in the next couple of laps. Track, I think, is out of range of one goal. Yeah, so one goal. Unfortunately, all that battling with Adiman and the Velociraptor has meant that they have both fallen behind now. So they are battling essentially for 5th place, not for what was previously 3rd. But here comes Stoggs on Andrew Orthodox, looking to make this move and then hopefully pull 3 seconds. But there's only 2 laps to do it. So I think what he's got at the moment is probably the best that he can do. He's got 3rd position. It's really all he needs to keep hold of the championship. Air Jordan, who is in 2nd in the championship, is going to then fall down outside of Massey. So Massey will jump himself up. Wrecker obviously as well, having a pretty bad race. Track looks like he will hold on to 4th. So in the championship, he should then jump up into 3rd, I believe. So if Stoggs can keep 1st, Massimo jumps up to 2nd, Track, I believe, into 3rd. Those are all very rough calculations based on me just looking at it. I'm not actually doing the math, but who's got time to do math when you've got this much action going on track? And here comes Stoggs now around the first corner. He's got DRS, but I think those soft tyres might have just run out a little bit on him. He doesn't quite have the pace that he did before, but he's got the DRS open.
He
Gonna try and
really
dive one up
doesn't
the
need to
inside. Brakes
battle
very late.
here. There's no way he can make up 3 seconds in this lap alone.
Not unless Andrew picks up a penalty or makes a mistake. But he has gotten himself past, so he can at least push for the rest of this lap. As we see behind, so Man not quite close enough to one goal, but Jinxie's gone up the inside, and Jinxie has taken 7th place away from Man. Man's going to try and fight it back here, but he's just not quite close enough. So here comes Massimo round the last couple of corners, through the penultimate corner. Here he comes round the final corner. He's done absolutely brilliantly, as he did in Mexico, and Massimo wins the Austrian Grand Prix. And here comes Stoggs to take home 2nd. Andrew is going to jump him after the penalties. Wrecker has set the fastest lap of the race there. Track in fourth, Velociraptor in fifth, and one goal. What an absolutely brilliant qualifying. Fantastic drive for him. Picks up some really good points for being a reserve driver, jumps himself up in fifth. Fantastic performance from him. Uh, who was Air Jordan, eighth place. He was previously second in the championship, will no longer be. I think he's been jumped by a couple of people here. Maybe a bit of a race to forget for him, certainly for Wrecker behind, who takes the fastest lap away from whoever had it before.
Yeah,
We've
the
got
Renault guys having a great start to the season, but kind of falling off now. I don't know if they will still lead the championship after this.
yes, we'll have to see how that all kind of unfolds as they are quite far ahead in the championship. So I think even with these results, driver of the day is Track according to the game. What about you guys at home? I have actually got chat open today. So you can just throw things in chat and I can actually read them out. But you, Instinct, what do
Yeah,
you think?
I have to agree with the game here. I think Nectric made up 14 positions in total.
Yeah, there's been a
He
lot of
I don't know if he had penalties, profited maybe from other guys having penalties, but 14 positions showing great racecraft.
yeah. So he started second to last apparently, and up into fourth. So that is really
Picked
quite
up picked up
incredible from
only
18.
3 seconds of penalties.
Um, I've got to give some credit to one goal here as well. I think he's done absolutely brilliantly, and without Adiman hounding him for the last couple of laps, I think he probably could have had a podium position. For me as well, Stoggs did a really good job. Caught out by the safety car, and actually, I think that safety car really did put him basically last place, and for him to fight back, even with 9 seconds of penalties, to make it to third, for me, he's the driver of the day, for in my opinion.
Fair choice, fair choice.
But yeah, really good race once again. I mean, Division Three
Action-packed
really is
from beginning to end, yeah.
barely gives me a chance to breathe in between all the action that's going on. Well, I've been Mark. I've been joined by Instinct, and we've had a brilliant race here once again in Division Three, and we hope to see you guys at the next one in Spa-Francorchamps.
See you guys.
Take care. Thanks for watching.